3, 2, 1, go. Let's get it. So here's hoping for a good day of runs. I'm gonna shoot for 2 no resets. That's my goal. I don't think I'm gonna try to be as hardcore as yesterday, but still somewhat hardcore. Yeah, just 2 no resets is what I'm hoping for. But if I do have to reset in the early game, like if I'm having a shit Artisans, I'll reset that if I have to. I'm gonna try to get a good early game and then no reset the rest. Yo, Munch, thank you for the good luck. From the arsehole of France, dude. Nice. Shout out to France. It's a French booty. Trying to get with you, French booty. Oh, yeah. Oh, this is hilarious. The ads are gonna end just in time for Sunny Flight to start. Welcome back to those of you who are stuck behind an ad wall right now. You're back just in time to see the most boring level of the entire run, Sunny Flight. No, but yeah, the plan today is yeah, just do a couple no resets. I'm gonna try not to be as hardcore as yesterday. Yesterday I was playing this game for like 4.5-ish hours straight, almost 5 hours. I'm not gonna do that much today. I'm gonna shoot for more like 3-ish hours, 3 to 4 hours. Because it was a little, I will say it was a little much yesterday. I mean, I just really ran out of steam after the 2.5 hour mark. I was playing really good for the first 2.5 hours, and then I just dropped off really quick, and it just became like autopilot, which is just not something I can't world record an autopilot run. It's just, I need the active focus to be high throughout the run, which is, you know, that's asking a lot of an 1.5 hour long playthrough of a platformer. Is active focus through the entire thing. The way I like to compare it is like, if you've ever been in like a lecture hall, like, you know, college lecture or class, or just any class you've been in, and then it's like maybe the first 30 minutes or hour, you're like able to listen to the teacher. Even if you don't really care about the subject matter that much, you're still able to listen and comprehend the teacher and keep your eyes open, you know, that type of shit. But then like after that 30 minutes to an hour, like on the, you know, once you're past the 1 hour mark in that class, it's just so much notably harder to pay attention, to the professor, right? It's like the same thing. It's like, it's not that you don't want to pay attention. It's just that your body like can't, it's hard. You have to really be in the right headspace. You have to get a good night's sleep, good breakfast, the whole 9, you know, in order to be able to do that. Which luckily I did last night. I did get a good night's sleep and a good breakfast in me. I will admit, I got a little drunk last night because I was grinding out these Raid Shadow Legends alts. It was fun. I kind of have fun with it because it's very much like a money printing machine type thing. Over here, like putting out like 5 alts with like auto clickers and stuff, and you know. But still, it's really highly click intensive. I have to go through the entire tutorial manually, you know. It's not like fully macroed. That'd be cool if it was. I'm sure there's a way to do that. If you knew how to like code your own macros and stuff, code your own bots. I'm sure you could code your own like Raid Shadow Legends tutorial plus, you know, up to level 12 bot, which that would be ideal. But alas, you know, I am not a programmer and I don't feel like downloading any more shit on the internet. Oh my god. It's a shame I missed that box. But whatever. Probably looking at like a 406, 407. I hope. I did get the first try out of bounds jump, so should be okay. And I think I'm running against my 122 splits again, which I like. I think that's a good thing. Yeah, that's a good thing. I was running against a low 121 yesterday, and it was just too much. It was just too much for my feeble heart. Yeah, hopeless historian. I'm right there with you. I think most of us figured out how, like by accident, how to unlock Sunny Flight. I didn't realize that was like one of the last discoveries I ever made in this game. Like only a couple years ago, like after I'd been speedrunning for years, I realized that after talking to the dragon in Wizard Peak, the last dragon in Wizard Peak, you talk to him, he tells you to go back to the stones in Artisans, and then if you haven't already done the stones, which is the key aspect of this, then they light, each stone individually lights up and makes noise, which I never knew that. That was like such a crazy Easter egg to me. Like, I went through my whole life and speedran this game for like fucking like 5 or 6 years plus before I knew that the stones could actually make noise outside of Sunny Flight. I'm sure some of you guys didn't even fucking know that. Yo, XO, Victor, thank you for the good luck. Yeah, this run isn't off to a super hot start, but if we have a good rest of the Artisans, it should be able to just barely sub 140, I think. So I'm sub 1140, pardon me. Artisans Homeworld. Which is fine. You do Vortex % on PAL? Yeah, you can. But again, that category has a lot of proxies in it. I mean, you can get to every vortex without proxying, but like all of the actual strategies you'll see runners doing, you're not going to be able to do them on PAL because you can't proxy. But that's okay. If you just plan on just, you know, casually just running to every vortex and just trying to do that as fast as you can, yeah, you can do that on PAL. Have I tried to play Spyro blindfolded? The closest I've ever done to that was I tried to go from the Nestor, like the platform at the start of Artisans. I tried to go from that to the Balloonist blindfolded, and that was really difficult. It really shined a light for me that I would have to, if I really wanted to get into blindfolded speedrunning like this game. First of all, no one's done that before, so there's no there's been no, like, you know, normalized strats figured out on that topic. What I'd have to do is get a physical blindfold, get the fucking headphones. I need headphones. So that way I can hear everything very clearly. Like, what's, like, the stereo speaker, you know, of everything. And then I would have to start discovering my own normalized strats, which are strategies that put you in the same place every time. That's what a normalized strategy is. So, like, for example, you know, at the start of the game, hold X and square until you hear bonks, and you'll always be, like, in this spot, for example. That's, like, that's a normalized strat. So that's what blindfolded speedruns are built off of, are normalized strategies discovered by the players themselves and shared, you know, within that, like, you know, little niche community. So it's very much like an undertaking to, like, you know, say complete a level. You know, you have to think about, for one level, you have to discover maybe 100 different normalized strategies just to get through it. So it's pretty fucking crazy. But yeah, if to those of you guys who are curious about blindfolded speedrunning, I would say the most notable blindfolded speedrunner of our current generation is Bubzia, who's had a lot of YouTube content made about him. He is a Super Mario 64 blindfolded speedrunner, and there is an actual blindfolded speedrun community for that game now that's sort of been brought to the spotlight. So if you're curious about seeing more of what I'm talking about, it doesn't exist for Spyro, just plain and simple. You're not going to find any blindfolded speedruns of this game. But you could, first of all, you could be on the cutting edge. You could be a pioneer of that, you know, and start, like, streaming that. That's definitely a cool, unique niche that you could get into. And you could check out people like Bubzia for inspiration and talk to them and, you know, figure out how they did it. So that's my invitation to everyone here. I'm not going to be that guy. You know, I have enough on my plate with trying to get this 120% record, with messing with mods and, you know, making YouTube content, and, you know, it's just too much. It's like, it would take way too much for me to, like, try to actually begin the process of blindfold speedrunning this game. It's truly something you have to be dedicated to, I think. But with that said, like I was saying, I highly encourage anyone who's listening to this rant to check it out for themselves, even if you're just a casual player, not even a speedrunner. Try developing some blindfolded strats, some normalized strategies to complete levels in this game. Whether that's with all the gems or some of the gems, or okay, I can go here blindfolded, I can go there blindfolded. It's a very slow and it's a slow process, but it's one that I imagine is pretty rewarding if you dedicate yourself to it. Anyways, that's my rant about blindfolded Spyro. The execution is satisfying. Yeah, thank you. I'm the only one that does this strat here, where I make that first dog on the edge there jump off. Every other runner I've seen try to do that, like, cannot do it correctly. It requires a certain pullback on the glide, which I notice a lot of runners have trouble with that mechanic. When you're gliding in mid-air, you can press down on the directional pad or a thumbstick, and it slows down Spyro's glide, but it's not really in the most straightforward way. The glide itself slows down, and then like half a second later, an animation triggers, where he's like fluttering like backwards. And so this is like a kind of a weird thing for some runners to get used to, but it is a required mechanic to understand in order to do that little strat I did there, as well as to do credit skip. It's really the sort of thing where you have to be preemptive with it, especially on credit skip, because you have to pull back and then you have to like push forward as the animation's starting. So it's like you're kind of your inputs sort of like are preemptive to what you see on screen in a lot of ways. That's part of why I think a lot of runners struggle with it. But yeah, it's one of those interesting little like niche mechanics of this game. Like the roll, for example. The roll is like one of those L1, R1, you can like roll side to side. It is useful for some recoveries and to grab some dragons and stuff. But it's really niche. And I would put the pullback glide in that same category. Alright, well I'm gonna run a few ads right now, and get some damn spinning Spyros in the chat. Consider dropping a sub if you're about to see a bunch of ads right now. Yeah, fast disk speed. Oh, is it useful on PAL? I'm not sure. I'm actually not sure. I think so. I'm sure it probably helps a bit, yeah. My guess is that yes, it'll probably help reduce the load times a little bit. But that's just a guess. I've never, you know, I've obviously never played on PAL before, so I can't speak to that. You spin me right round, baby, right. Oh yeah, that's another game that has a pretty well researched, what's the word, discovered sort of community for blindfolded speedrunning is Punch-Out. Punch-Out and Super Punch-Out both have pretty notable blindfolded communities as well. I think those games are like an entirely different category to a game like Mario 64. I like to mention Mario 64 when I talk about blindfolded speedrunning Spyro, because that's a 3D platformer. It's like such a different can of worms compared to a 2D game. But they both are very difficult. Not to put one, you know, above the other or anything. Chat going crazy right now with the spins. That's how we hype up for the runs, man. We spam spinners on the flight levels. That's just what we do around here. So yeah, this is not the hottest pace right now, but I can bring it back here in this Peacekeepers. So that's going to be my goal. We're at 13:31. We're about like 10 seconds behind a good pace right now, that's not great this early on in the game, but we can bring it back. It's not over yet. Losing a couple seconds there. Yeah, I don't think this is going to be able to be sub 17, but I think the goal here is going to be sub 17:10. If we can do that, then I'll take that. Calm down? No. Yeah, Saboom has done PAL Spyro runs. That's true. That was before poverty credit skip was found, though. You can do, or I think, I'm not sure, maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. I know Saboom is the type that if he's gonna watch the credits, he's just gonna watch the whole credits. He's not gonna fuck around with opening the disc tray to remove, like, to deload it and shit. So I'm sure there are faster PAL runs now with poverty credit skip, though I don't know. Possibly by non-North American runners like Adam. I'm sure Adam's done some PAL Spyro. That would not surprise me. By the way, just a side note, Adam Bandicoot Dragon is on the cusp of, I believe, 3rd place. Does he have 3rd place already? I think he's currently the only runner that can beat Chris LBC's 3rd place run. I'm not sure if he's beaten it already though or not. He may have. Someone want to check the leaderboards and let me know. I think he's like close behind it right now. I think he has like a high 123 maybe. Still though, that's like really insane. And Adam is like the only one that I see like consistently grinding this game like every day. Now granted, the other person that's like I would say in Adam's league of like 124, 123s is Spora 777, and he streams at a different time, so you know I don't get to see Spora live as much as I do with Adam. Credit skip was found in late 2013, and it was around that time. In that time, I believe the record was in the mid 130s. Like, credit skip definitely helped get this game into the sub 130s. Yeah, that's an interesting thing that you asked that, because yeah, it was like, I think the fastest time that Chris ever got before credit skip was like maybe like a 134 or something, and then he started getting low 130s, you know, as he got credit skip down. Him and Tuval like kind of raced for the sub 130, and then Tuval was done after getting a 129, I believe, and Chris kept going. Well, yeah, 2013 is when I started playing 120%. I didn't know you were around that long, Decam. That's pretty awesome. Adam has rank 5, so Adam is below. Yeah, Spora has the one. Oh, yeah. So it's Spora. I had it the other way around. So Spora has the has 3rd place with the low 123. Ah, so it's Spora actually who's on the cusp of. Well, I guess not on the cusp of beating me or Saboom yet, but yeah. Point being is that Adam and Spora are both on quite a tear in this game, and it's cool to see someone besides myself, Saboom, or Chris playing this category at a high level. Fuck, dude, how did that not make it? Fuck. Fuck. I'm not gonna reset this run. I don't really want to. Yo, QOSC, thank you for the good luck. I'm just not really in a resetty mood today. Yesterday I was in a resetty mood. Today I'm kind of shifting the the balance back to no resets, and then maybe tomorrow I'll be resetty again. I'm always shirtless just because it's warm, you know. I mean, you gotta consider I'm sitting around 3 monitors, one of them being a bright, large CRT. And I got like computers and fucking all sorts of electronics running right now. So yeah, it's just warm in here. Even though it's cool outside, it's just warm in here. But if you want to make it sexual, that's cool too. Like, I know like you're probably asking that because you're like probably really turned on right now, I'm guessing. It's cool. I mean, if you want to like tell me I'm cute and stuff, that works. I'm not tripping on that. You can be honest with me. No? Man, you don't have to lie, bro. It's cool. You like me being shy. Why would you ask if you weren't like super, you know, you were trying to catch a nip slip, you know? I'm just playing around with you, man. Don't get your panties in a knot. It's all good. Just joking around. All right. Oh, I got them all. It's actually really rare to hit all 3 guys like that. So it does save potentially a second, but that execution didn't really quite get the full time save. Good movement there. I love when that section goes well. It's just a satisfying, like, little thing. I'll have to put that little section in my 5 minutes of satisfying moments in Spyro. In Spyro speedrunning. Or 5 minutes of Spyro collecting gems satisfyingly. That's what I'll call it. Wrist starting to hurt a little. Maybe it's from all this Raid Shadow Legends clicking. Stretch out my hand a little bit. Yeah, that's definitely up there, DCam. I know exactly what you mean. Yeah, that shit's awesome. Collecting all the gems and loot as well in the treasure room. What's up, Game of Scones? Yeah, I could use anyone who's enjoying the stream right now. I could use any and all subs that you guys want to gift or be generous or whatever. Goes a really long way for me right now. I've been losing a lot of subs the past couple days. So if you want to keep me gaming, keep me going in Spyro, you know, drop a gift if you can. You support these runs, support this grind. But either way, thanks for watching. Nice. Ooh, beautiful bonkless. I love that. I'll probably put the bonkless pulls in the satisfying gem collection video as well. Like that little section. Like up to that jump, I would say. Nasty with the gift. Thank you so much. And Game of Scones with the 11 months as well. Almost up to the 1 year. Thank you for watching, Game of Scones. And thank you, Nasty. Cute boss. Never counting sheep. You know we're never counting sheep in this game. That's such a great username for this stream because we literally do not count the sheep for the speedrun. Like, that's like one of the first questions I remember having, like when I started speedrunning. I was like, does killing the sheep count towards the speedrun? And the answer is no. We are never counting sheep. So thank you for the sub. Never. And the same thing with those life boxes, like that one I just ran past. Yeah, that neither of those things count towards the percentage completion of this game, and so thus they are not tracked as part of the requirements. Bike caves? Yeah, I'm definitely gonna put like a supercharged section in there. For sure. Yeah, I'll put bike caves. I'll put the extended, like, crazy version of bike caves that you guys don't get to see in my runs. Nice. It's actually rare that you get all the blues in there without one popping out. Minus 29. Yeah, it's gonna be like 26, just barely like sub 2610 maybe. I have a good homeworld here. Do I speak any other languages? No. Like, I know a little Spanish. That's about it. Boop, 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 boom, 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 boom. Yep, that's one of them. Decam, that's one of them as well. The Nights in Haunted Towers. That's going in. Ugh. The treasure room in Haunted Towers. There's a couple spots in Haunted Towers that are really satisfying. The treasure room as well. I think Haunted Towers and Nasty's Loot are the only levels in this game that have like dedicated quote-unquote treasure rooms. I guess, you know, you could consider that room with the dragon and Stone Hill like a treasure room, perhaps. I guess there's like some gray areas to how that could be defined, but I'm just talking like just a room that all there's in it is just like, it's just a bunch of boxes and gems on the floor, and that's it. A dedicated treasure room, as it were. There's actually surprisingly like not a lot of those in this game. There are some, and I think if you expand your definition of a treasure room, then I guess there's a lot. Skymain, thank you for the Prime for God mode time. I hope I go into God mode right now. I needed that right now, actually, Skymain. Thank you. We're about to hopefully, if I can go God mode on this Magic Crafters. It's a really bad start right there. Hopefully that doesn't fuck up the stairs. It looks like it will. Quickly. Okay, I caught him in time. We'll see how the rest of the cycles look. I'm not confident that they're going to be great. But yeah, losing like 5-10 seconds here. Ames, thank you for the good luck. It's great to see you. We love Ames. Yeah, unfortunate. Usually when you're like slow going up to that point, you can hit the wizard guy early. But I was just barely not slow enough, actually, as it turned out. But it's not a big deal. This is like basically the normal route. I think I got the red. That was some suspenseful gem collection there. Suspectful. Crazy Carl, thank you for the Prime and for the good luck as well. Love you, man. Bunch of frogs and tree enemies. Talking about Misty Bog. Yeah, you're talking about Misty Bog for sure. I didn't read the rest of your message, but I'm gonna like guess what it was. So I read the first part that said, I don't remember the level with the trees and the frogs. And now I'm gonna guess the rest of it was, but man, that level was terrible. I had so much trouble with it as a kid. I'm guessing that's what the rest of your message says. Was I right? I hated that level. Something like that. Oh no, it's satisfying when you hit them all. Yeah, it is satisfying. I guess I was wrong on that one. A true fan. I'm sorry, I didn't take you for a true fan. I agree, it is satisfying. It is satisfying as a speedrunner to be playing through a level like Misty Bog effectively. That is definitely a level where you can save or lose like 10 to 30 seconds just by being clean or sloppy. No. A true connoisseur. I mean, you don't see those very often, actually. I appreciate true Misty Bog appreciators. Oh, I'm dead. I'm for sure dead there. That sucks. Losing a lot of time for that. Just hit it. I just hit that in the totally wrong spot. I almost died there, too. Get me out of there. 30:05. We're about 30-ish seconds off of a good pace right now. So I'll say it right now. World record totally dead. This run's not going to world record. It might 121. It's unlikely. I think the goal for this run is just to beat the splits. That's my current goal. Which is still a top 3 time, just for reference. Neon. I missed the flame charge on one of those big wizards right there twice in my runs yesterday, and it's so soul crushing when that happens, because it really has like such implications for the rest of the level when you miss those flame charges. Got the unlucky cycle there, but no biggie. Should still be able to hit the bike, the spiders with the extended supercharge when we get there. Not this one. Oh, this one's pretty cool too. Might be a little bit too much speed, but we'll see. Almost hit the wall there. Did I hit him? I think I missed him. Uh-oh. Did I miss him? I missed him, dude. Oh. I tried to turn it around. I was going to, as I mentioned earlier, I was going too fast to be able to turn that around. That's so sad. That should have hit him, right? You guys saw me like basically hit him, right? Ugh. For funsies, I'm gonna just go all the way around here. It's technically faster to death abuse, but I just want to do this for fun. Let's keep it moving. Yeah, this is pretty bad Magic Crafters, but I don't know. Yeah, I'm probably gonna be like around even with these splits now, which is, you know, whatever. I'm just in a no resetting mood right now, so I'm not resetting this. If the goal was a 121, now would be the time to reset, but I'm not going to. Fuck you. Oops. I can bring this back. I'm really trying to just battle these splits right now. If I can beat these splits, that's a W. Or even get close. Yeah, you have to jump early there is the thing. You can't just fucking like wait till you hit them. Otherwise the jump doesn't get enough height. You have to jump off a very specific like couple of polygons there that allow you to get enough height to get up the 2 stairs. But yeah, just unlucky. Let's see if we can get a little luckier here. There is definitely some clutch supercharging to be had here as well as a wizard proxy. So if I can nail all that, I'll consider it a W. I'm feeling good though. I'm honest, even though this run isn't like fucking like insane or anything, I'm feeling good, y'all. I've been fucking grinding like crazy on my Raid Shadow Legends alts, making that big money. I've been doing all these other, you know, this stream is sponsored by Every Plate. By the way, exclamation point Every Plate in the chat. If you live in the USA, it's actually, it's unironically a great deal on groceries, fresh food. Fuck! That's what I get for shilling during an important section. What's up, Sam? I'm doing good. Oh man, if I'd have missed that, I would have cried. That's like the 1-2 punch in this level, is missing Wizard Proxy and then missing that turnaround. You can see just how easily that could happen too. It's like 20 seconds if that happens. Right now I'm losing like maybe 5 or 10. If I do the rest of this level, fine, it's not a big deal. You're battling a chicken chorizo burrito? That sounds delicious. I think I got him the first time. Alright, that went well. I can do it, thank you. Yeah, I appreciate the support of the chill run. Thank you. Unironically, thank you for not just spamming reset and then like everyone leaving when I don't. like how it is for some speedrunners. Thank you for preserving my fragile ego. Let's get out of here. Yeah. Oh, I did actually still save a couple seconds in that level. That's pretty cool. I must have fucked it up even worse than these splits. Not bad. Also, I'm going to run a few ads. Thank you for watching, and spam some spinning Spyros if you got a sub and you ain't watching no ads right now. Let me get them spinners in the chat. Nice. Good Boldar skip there. Man, I just keep looking. I gotta like maybe hide my sub count because every time I look over, it just lowers more and more. We're down to 857 subs. Oh, fair sub gods, please have mercy on me. But yeah, thanks to everyone who has subs so far today. What's up, Cog? What I need to do is I need to start sub-goaling my my Spyro mods that I have installed. It'll make for good content and stuff, but I just need to... These next couple days, I'm not even going to focus on that. These next couple days are just purely dedicated to grinding runs and grinding sponsorships, which is pretty involved actually for me off stream. It's like I have to make like over 100 like alts and train them to level 12 in Raid Shadow Legends. So it's definitely a lot of work off stream, but I mean it's kind of fun. It's kind of like a fun little like money printing type of work. So it's not all bad. It's just that's where my focus is right now for the next few days. But yeah, once I'm done with this Raid Shadow Legends stuff, we're gonna get back pretty hardcore into the actual YouTube content. There's no way I'm gonna be able to grind runs of this, grind out the sponsorships, and make good YouTube content all at the same time. It's just there's not enough hours in the day for such an approach. But that's fine. You gotta, with these sponsorships, it's like totally like they come in like waves, you know, and I realize that so you just gotta capitalize when a wave of sponsorship comes. You just gotta say yes to all of them. Take them all and just blast them all out in a week. Try to really grind them out, get as many as you can, and then move on, and then get back to what you were doing before. That's like my thought about it. That's my approach, my mental approach with it. So, while I may seem sold out or just completely like so far gone with all this mobile game nonsense and whatever, it is all for a good purpose, which is to put money on my fucking dick. It's worth it though. Which, Aileen, thank you for the sub, appreciate it, and thank you for the good luck as well. Sub goes a long way for me right now. We're at 857 according to OBS. Maybe 858 now, I don't know, it takes a second to update. But either way, thank you, Witch. We got a squished wizard behind us. Where are the fucking squishers in the chat? Make yourself known. We're only 2 seconds behind these splits, which is not great. This is about 1 minute behind world record right now. But the good news is there is 30 seconds to save on these splits in Wild Flight, which is the level after this one. So, we're just going to try to keep it together. We're going to try to nail that 30-second time save and then ride it out to the end. Ba-doom, ba-doom, ba-doom. Dude, really, that missed, huh? That missed by like a fucking pixel, dude. And annoyingly, it's costing me like a 3.5 second cycle on these electric pads coming up. But whatever. Cog, thank you for the sob. Thank you for the sob, Cobb. Big Nobu wave, the biggest. Would be Cog. Yeah, like I said, I would be 1 cycle ahead right now on these electric pads had I not missed that that one enemy. You know, you could refer your own sponsorships. You mean like make alts and Raid Shadow Legends like what I'm doing? Technically, you're not supposed to. Technically speaking, you're not supposed to do that, but I've done it before and they still paid me. Like, and I did it pretty blatantly, like on stream as well, so I'm not really, you know, I'm not really afraid to talk about it or anything. Like, it is objectively what I am doing. Because, like, what? I'm gonna sit here and beg for you guys to get to level 12 on Raid Shadow Legends? Like, I do have to do one sponsored broadcast, which I'll do in, like, the next couple days, where I have to play Raid for like 2 hours, but during that time I'm just gonna be making alts like the whole time, which is what I did last time. But yeah, technically speaking, if they wanted to, they could be like, no, we are not gonna pay you. But they didn't do that last time, so hey, hoping they don't do it this time. And if they do, yeah, hey, whatever, like, it's not a big deal. I'm not gonna sit here though and try to be like all secretive about it to you guys, you know, like, oh, I don't want them to find out, let me try to, you know, make it all like, no, like, I'm making alts, like, that's literally, like, why I'm not making YouTube videos right now, is because I'm making fucking alts and Raid Shadow Legends, like, all night, these next few nights. So, yeah. So, that's, it just is what it is, you know? So I won't be surprised. I'd be a little bummed if they were like, oh, we rescind the deal because you were openly making alts, but I wouldn't be surprised. I would be a little bummed, but I wouldn't be surprised. I'll put it that way. It's a fucking, yeah, is it frowned upon? Well, let me put it to you this way. You can, what I use is I use an auto clicker that's made by a community member of Raid that's endorsed by Polarium, the people that make Raid. So that, hopefully that gives you some perspective on, like, you know, the ethics of automation and, like, you know, account creation and whatever, like all of this in Raid. It's not like an MMO where you're not allowed to use like auto clickers and third-party software and stuff like that. And even with this auto clicker, it's in such a way that I have to click through all this stuff myself anyways. But yeah, I'm sure the concept behind these sponsorship, like these this particular sponsorship is different than the ones, the Raid one is different than the ones like my Everyplate one, because these Everyplate ones, it's an actual PR agency that reaches out to me on behalf of Stream Elements. So there's actual humans, you know, on the other side of these Everyplate and like the Marvel Strike Force sponsorships. They like commission me. But with the Raid Shadow Legends one that I have, but that one is like built into the Stream Elements dashboard as a sponsorship, and so there's not even any like human interaction with it at all. It's like literally a completely automated system. So in my mind, like, why not exploit that and just like just complete all the requirements of it and take the money that they're offering me? Like, well, it's, you know, is that so unethical? Like, really, like, right? But for some people, maybe some of you guys would say yes, that is unethical, and that's fair. But to me, it's like, I'm just I'm literally completing the requirements that are like asked of me of this sponsorship. Like, I'm just doing them on my own and not like fucking begging you guys to do it for me. Because look, here's another thing, is if I fucking did this shit on stream, there's just gonna be one or two guys. This is what happened last Raid stream as well. There's just gonna be one or two people that are just doing that themselves. You know, just making a bunch of alts and stuff. So that's just how it is. That's just what it is. There's no way I can police that no alts are being made whatsoever, even if I do sit here and beg you guys to make all. Okay, each of you guys is only allowed to make one account, you know? Like, there's no way I can know. So it's like, you want to talk ethics of like alt making, you know? It's like why not just make all the alts yourself and like just save the trouble of it all, you know? Because it goes against, the reason why is because it goes against like the reason they would give you that sponsorship opportunity in the first place. But again, it's not like anyone's giving me like any opportunity. It's built into the Stream Elements dashboard. It's literally all a completely automated robotic like algorithm that spits out a deal for me, and I click yes, start the deal, you know? So it's like, if it doesn't work out for whatever reason, you know, I won't be surprised or bummed about it. I'll be a little bummed about it just because I put in kind of a lot of work to get whatever I get out of it, but I won't be surprised, you know? It just is what it is. Yeah. I'm not like too shy or scared to share with you guys what I'm actually doing, you know? Because this is what I'm doing instead of making YouTube videos the next couple of days. Like, is I'm actually like grinding for a few $1,000s in my pocket so that I can save that for when I move in with Sarah. And it's all, you know, doing things that are like legally allowed, you know, like by the systems at play here. It's not like I'm fucking literally stealing money from anyone or anything. Or if I am, you know, if you really want to go there and say, oh, well, you're taking money from a big giant company, you know, it's like, I don't know, like, it's the ethics may be gray, but I think they bow in my favor personally. And either way, I'm at least, no matter how you feel about it, I think at the very least you got to give me credit for being honest. Openly, publicly honest about what I'm doing to you guys, for you guys, not to you guys, but for what I'm doing. I'm being honest to you guys about it, you know? So it's like, you want to talk like ethics and shit, like, I'm not gonna lie to you guys about anything. And it's another thing is that I'm not exploiting my viewers really, in any way. I'm not like, this isn't like some, I'm not like fucking making a crypto coin and then rug pulling all of you guys that invest in it. It's not like, no CopyZilla shit. This is literally just me taking a sponsorship deal and just making alts, and so it's like, you know, that doesn't exploit my audience in any way. Yeah, I know. It's like, oh god, you're sort of gaming a mobile game company that games on people's fucking gambling addictions, you know? It's like, oh wow, so unethical, you know? It's like fucking it's like, am I really so in the wrong here? It's just so gray, like, as far as the ethics of it all are concerned. So yeah, that's my thoughts on all that. I've definitely had plenty of time to simmer on all of that, and I've come to the conclusion that I'm just gonna make a bunch of alts, and if I get my money, then great, and if I don't, then that's fine too. That's like where I'm at about it. Yeah, who even cares? That's really, dude, Treble just hits it on the head right there. Who even cares? No fucking human is gonna be reviewing my fucking sponsored any of this shit. Like, nobody fucking cares. Or like, you know, no fucking viewer is gonna fucking, like, no one's gonna sue me, you know, for doing this. It's not like a fucking, who cares? It's really it's just that simple. The reason I can do this is because who fucking cares? That's really like the bottom line. Yeah, it's basically a loophole. Like, I know I'm not sitting here and being a good promoter and saying, guys, play Raid Shadow Legends. We gotta get up to 40 accounts up to level 12, guys, but don't make any alts. If you do make an alt, I'm not gonna say anything, you know? Like, fucking, let's just fucking skirt around that. I'll just do it myself, you know? Like, right? Well, I'm sorry I'm not being a good boy about it. Oh, such a bad fucking boy. Do 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 do. Use a VPN, it'll probably work. Yeah. Yeah, whatever though. Once again, I think it's all about the mindset with it. It's like if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I'm not gonna lose any sleep over it. I'm just gonna put myself in a position to make some money off of a company that makes monies off of people's addictions, basically. Like, oh, call me crazy, you know. But yeah, that's basically what it is with the raid sponsorship. And crucially, this does not exploit my audience in any way. I think that's like an important thing to note. Is that while I may, like, you know, be promoting some of these things, none of the shit that I'm promoting here requires you guys to do anything. Like, I'm still gonna make a little bit of money from all of these sponsorships either way. So that's like the important thing, is that I'm not exploiting my audience. Now, granted, like, I took the ad, this is like a separate topic now, but I took the ad revenue program on Twitch, and that, literally, I press a button and I make a lot of you guys watch like 12 fucking ads back to back, right? So, is that exploiting my audience? Maybe. But at the end of the day, I kind of have to just gauge what my audience is okay with, what you guys support, and just do like the most like financially beneficial thing to me that my audience is okay with. And the truth is that my audience is, for the most part, at least those of you who are vocal in my chat, my YouTube, and everywhere, is you guys are okay with me taking the ad revenue program, even at the cost of some, you know, entertainment value, perhaps, for those of you who aren't subbed or have an ad blocker or whatever. So while there may be the occasional, like, you know, bitchy you know, rando that comes into my chat that's like, wah, 8 ads. It's like the vast majority of you guys are like, yeah, get that bag, Deo. Like, we support that. If that wasn't the case, then I wouldn't do it. If everyone was like, Deo, you shouldn't do this, this is bad, or about any of my sponsors or any of that, if the majority opinion was negative about any of those things, I would stop, because I think the most important thing is like what your audience feels about all this stuff. And you guys have just been extremely supportive about all these, like, you know, frankly sell-outy things that I've been doing. And I'm really thankful for that, because that allows me to make a full-time living off of what I'm doing here. And not sit here and beg for subs like all day, because that's my only form of income, you know. Is it possible for me to pick a day and run ads for hours to hit the requirements, or is it per stream thing? The way it works is there's like a button that I press, and there's a cooldown on that button. So it says run 3 minutes of ads is the button. And then it's on an 8-minute cooldown. So I can't just run ads back to back to back to back to back. It has to cool down for like, you know, a few minutes, and then I can run them again. That's why I run them periodically, like per homeworld throughout the run. But basically what you guys see on my channel, especially if you're not subbed or don't have ad block or anything, is like the maximum amount of ads that I can possibly run, basically, is what you're seeing on my Twitch channel. And to answer your question is like, can you do that all in one day? The answer to that is no. The way the ad program works is they give you like, run blah, 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 like 6 minutes of ads per hour for 100 hours this month. So you have like a 1 month like time period. And even if I don't click the button at all, if I take the ad program offer, even if I'm not clicking the button, it'll run the ads for me. So I like to at least have some agency of like, all right, I'll click the button myself rather than just letting them play automatically when the timer runs up. There's literally a timer on my Twitch dashboard that's like, okay, ads are gonna play, and right now it says 28 minutes unless I press the button, and then it increases that cooldown. Or that's not the cooldown, but it increases that that timer as well. So that's how it all works. I can't just spam ads until I hit the requirements and then I'm done. I'm basically doing that right now. I'm basically spamming as much as close to as much as I can. And I try to do it during levels that aren't as interesting or don't have as much cool shit in them. Like, for example, instead of, damn, that was a really nice proxy. Instead of doing it in this, I almost got high enough to go up to the shelf. I'm always just barely not high enough. Like, for example, I'm not running ads. I could run ads right now, but I think Haunted Towers is like a pretty interesting level, so I'm not running them here. But I will run them in like Dark Passage. Do I use a PS1 Slim or Thick? I use a I use a PS2. Exclamation point setup in the chat for more details about my game setup. Oh, PS2 Slim. You said, I thought it said PS2, PS1. Yeah, PS2 Slim, yes. PS2 Slim. Yeah, sorry, I thought you said PS1. I don't know why. Sorry for misreading your fucking comment. I'm over here trying to play a game like a fucking world-class level. Please forgive me. That's like PS1 thick. Do those exist? PS1 Slim? There are some like weird PS1s out there. I do have a thick PS2, or a 30K is what we'd call it. I do have a 30K PS2. Underneath my desk. Still works. So sometimes I'll use that if I feel like giving my slims a break, but not for runs. For runs, I use like the best slim I have. Oh, go this way. Pretty slow. I am definitely losing some time here. I'm probably losing maybe like 30-ish seconds. Yeah, that's a shame. I'm not sure if I'll be able to bring it back. Probably looking at a 123 this run. Hopefully we can bring back some of this time lost, though. Hopefully we're like less than 10 seconds behind praying. Okay, we're dead even. Let's try to keep it even with these fucking splits. Let's see if we can stay in the green. I think these splits go to Dark Passage. If I'm 2 lives, I'm just going to go there. Ooh, 1 life with gold. I'm going for the wall glide. And that did not work. I'm going to run a few ads. Thank you for watching. Yeah, we are going to Dark Passage, which is fine. I think that's actually what the splits do as well, so that's totally cool. You are a dirty little boy, Mr. Snuggles. You're a dirty, nasty little Spyro fan. And you deserve to be punished for being such a damn horny, stoned, naked chatter. You're disgusting, pathetic, little fucking ruffian. You're just a little bitch. You're just a little dickless bitch burger. Yeah, hopefully he can hear me beyond the ads. I'll wait for the ads to stop and then I'll say something. Sometimes they can. I mean, not every non-sub sees the ads when they play. If they have just watched a pre-roll, for example, then they won't see the ads when I play. What's up, GZA? Let's back up to gold, barely grabbing those reds there. Oh man, I was really hoping he would shoot earlier. That was unlucky. Not a big deal, man. Ooh, I could have grabbed that life that was right there. Nah. Just signed up for the food funnel using the disc. Dude, thank you for doing that, Game of Scones. Really appreciate that. Yeah, like I said, I don't know if the counter down at the bottom, the widget thing may not work, but it'll count if you use my code and stuff, so thank you. Ugh. Classic sloppy passage. When rescuing a ZZ, why they put you on a step below his dragon pedestal? Yeah. That, you know what? Unironic good video idea is just little things that are annoying in Spyro. That's actually a good video idea, and that would be like a perfect thing like that. Little annoying things. Minor inconveniences in Spyro the Dragon that make me want to rip my hair out. There's a lot of minor inconveniences in this game. For example, if you're standing on the other side of collision, Sparks cannot see a gem, no matter how close you are to it. That's part of the reason why standing on a curb, even if it's like really close to the ground, why standing on a curb, Sparks can't see a gem that's like literally like a foot away from you. That's like another example of just a really minor, frustrating inconvenience. I can mention like cannon glitch like up here on this cannon. Why certain dragons are reused in Nasty's world and its levels? I don't know. I wouldn't. Yeah, that's not really in line with what I'm talking about, but yeah. I don't think that's fully worthy of a video, but sure. I mean, to that topic, I mean, perhaps a good video idea from that would be like analyzing all of the dragons in Spyro 1 and just like really like going in depth about repeat dragons and like what do they say on the first time you rescue them versus the second time, because there is some continuity between them. There's one dragon that appears 3 times throughout the game, once in Artisans, once in I think Magic Crafters, and once in Nork Cove. His name's Tomas, and at the start of the game, he's like, "Aren't you scared? Like, you can't do it, you know?" And then when you're in Nork Cove, he's like, "Wow, I didn't think you'd make it this far." So perhaps people haven't like picked up on all the little continuities like that, or talking about the Easter egg. You know, the dragon that tells you about the Easter egg in Wizard Peak, or talking about Boldar Skip, or talking about how you could dragon dupe, like just analyzing the dragons in Spyro 1. Like there's like a whole, there's like a greater video topic, like a larger, more general video topic to be had there. Psychologically, emotionally analyzing the dragons. That was a lucky Sparks grab. Sometimes when you take damage before Sparks eats the butterfly, while he's trying to eat the butterfly and you take the damage, sometimes he'll just ignore the fact that there was a butterfly. So that was really lucky that he still ate it after doing that damage abuse. Oops, I got like ceiling. It's like kind of like a little ceiling that like cut off my jump height. Yeah, I'll definitely like in a video like that I would talk about all like the unique like funny dragon dialogues like that. Yeah, these are all video ideas that I'm not working on any like particular video at the moment. I think the next real video I make is going to be like 5 or 10 minutes of satisfying gem collection in Spyro. That'll be like my next actual like video that I take an evening to make. And then after that I might dig into like a topic like that, like the dragons or like minor inconveniences in this game, or some like a little deep divey type thing. But yeah, that's not going to be coming for... I'm not even going to be working on any of that for the next few days. I'm just going to be focusing on grinding out these raid alts. Nice. Beautiful. Love that. Actually doing the optimal route correctly. You'll love to see. Oops. Boom, boom, boom. I like that. Instead of running down the ramp there, doing like a little glide plane. Oops. Definitely want to charge jump that. I don't know what I was thinking there. A little too overly safe, a little hesitant perhaps. Charge jump rather. Not charge glide. Alright. Ooh. Oh! That was almost bad. It's really easy when you pause too early like that, because you're still holding like up on your directional stick, and you're like kind of hesitates like, oh, let me, and then you'll accidentally exit level anyways, even though you weren't trying to. That shit happens. Yeah, I didn't even save any time there. That kind of surprises me. That was a pretty good lofty overall. Guess I must have had a good one in these splits too. Yeah, I think I did actually. Do 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 do. After every 121.03. After exactly a world record's worth of music, I could use a break. A little hesitant on some of that movement, but I had to. Worked out. Really? You're here for the Red Spring box. Hey, thanks again everyone who watched the Red Spring chest video. I think that video is finally starting to taper down in the algorithm a little bit. Thanks to everyone who checked that out. That's the first time I ever like made a video and then had it actually do well. I know it sounds crazy, but it's like, it's the first time I like actually took the time, stayed up all night, made like a little short video, and then it's like, and then it wasn't like I immediately just got like maybe 1,000 views and was like, all right, well I stayed up the whole night for that, you know? I have to like justify it as like this internal like gratification. I really do, like a lot of the videos I've made over the years, I have to kind of justify them with internal gratification rather than external from the view count. So it's nice to not have to do that. Thanks, guys. Interestingly, that video didn't make me a lot of money, to those who might be curious. Because it's so short, it only made like, what, 30 bucks or something, even though it had full monetization. Yeah, videos don't really make a lot of money on YouTube unless they're like 10 minutes or longer. Or they get like, you know, fucking a bajillion views. But that's part of why I like posting like just full unedited like runs and streams and stuff, because if the average view time for a video like that is like 15 minutes maybe, and then like 1,000, only it gets 1,000 views, that's like, I don't even know, it's like 5 or 10 bucks or something. 20 bucks, I don't know. Gets a couple thousand views. It's like the same as like a shorter video getting like tens of thousands of views. Money-wise, I'm not even speaking towards like to like engagement and algorithm stuff. It's just, I'm truly not like one of those YouTubers that's like really trying to game the algorithm and every video has to be a banger. Like I've moved far away from that mindset. Maybe one day I'll become more like that, but as it stands right now, I like just fucking posting runs and occasionally like staying up all night making a video and just posting it right away. With like a little shitty thumbnail that I make and everything. I like that approach, it's just fun. As a creator, it's fun to do it that way. And I feel like it still gives me a chance to succeed on the platform as well. It's not like I'm like completely shooting myself in the foot or anything. Anyway, just my thoughts on YouTube stuff. I know you guys love YouTube analytics. Fucking greedy internet fucking guy here. Taking like a bajillion sponsors and begging for subs and talking about his YouTube views and shit, I know. Totally not insufferable, right? 10 minutes. I couldn't like literally, like when I recorded the Red Spring Chest video, I couldn't like, I noticed it was only like 2.5 minutes long, and I was like, okay. I was like, what else am I gonna say about it, you know? At least with some of these other videos ideas I have, they're like much broader subjects, like the fucking like analyzing all the dragons. Like there's at least 10 minutes of discussion to be had there across all these different dragons, like 5 to 10 minutes at least. Or like going into like the lore, like is Nasty really is Nasty really the bad guy? I plan on making like a little silly conspiracy lore video like that at some point. I also wanted to make a video that was like I was just talking about, I might make this one soon, just like kind of low effort. I might like the video title, Spyro 4 will never happen, and that's okay. I really just want to make that video where I just fucking address the Spyro 4 stands directly to their fucking faces on YouTube. Like, guys, the game's not coming. Like, if it comes, and say it does come, who cares? You know? That's the basic TLDR. Like, I just want to tell them to their fucking face. I always vent about it on my stream, but I want to tell these bitches to their fucking faces, man. And they're, to be honest, I think they are, amongst my audience, I do think that they are a vocal minority. The Spyro 4 stands, but they are definitely prevalent on YouTube. They are vocal. And after Canadian guy A's like recent video about like, oh, maybe we'll get Spyro 4, here's this like, I heard from this, and then everyone in the comments is like all hopeful. I'm like, fucking, I just want to like reality check it for a fucking second. Like, who the fuck cares if we get Spyro 4, you know? Like, just have that talk, you know, to the fucking audience. And not have it be so totally aggressive the whole time. I think like start aggressive like that, and then like have it end on a positive note that it's like, hey, like we can still find enjoyment from all of these classic games. Even if you like Reignited, there's so many cool mods for Reignited. Spyro 1 is starting to get such a cool mod scene right now. Like this is the true Spyro 4. Don't you understand? Like Spyro 4 has always been right in front of you. And it's how far we can take these original games that we all know and love and came together over. We don't need a fucking Toys for Bob to fucking make a shitty fucking Spyro Wumpa League fucking bullshit that we'll play for 2 days and then give up on, you know? I should check and make sure that I grabbed all the gems there. I did not do an extra turnaround. So as like a way of ending that video on like a positive note, you know? Instead of having it be so argumentative. Okay, we did get everything. I was just making sure. Oh, I forgot to grab the guy. I have to wait this. Oop. Okay, don't take damage. Doing all this movement wrong. Truly, no, it truly is like that, Senor Pinguino. Is that like Spyro 4 is like all of the speed running, all of the challenge runs, all of the silly casual playthroughs, all of the maybe you're just some artist furry that was inspired by Spyro as a, you know, as a youngin', you know, all of your friends on DeviantArt. That is the Spyro 4 that you're so desperately trying to, you know, cling on to. That's what it is. It's already here. And you might be thinking like, well, that's not a new game, but there's mods coming out for this shit. Like there is new content coming out. It's like why the fuck does anyone even want fucking Toys for Bob to come back and make another half-assed Spyro installation on the fucking Unreal Engine, fucking physics tied to the frame rate and shit? Like, you people really want that? Like, and it's like, why? Why? It's a vocal minority. To be fair, I always bitch about it, but it is truly a vocal minority of people that like simp about it, but it's worth making a video discussing that. Like, I don't want a new Spyro. Like, here, good video title. I don't want a new Spyro game. Here's why. Or Spyro 4 will never happen. Here's why. Actually, I think a more accurate title would be, I don't want a new Spyro game. Here's why. That's a more accurate title for like the subject matter that I'm discussing here. Anyways, just thoughts and stuff. Hey, I'm noticing, by the way, side note, I'm noticing a lot of you guys' subs have run out in my chat, and I am quickly running low on subs. I'm scared to even look over at my sub count right now. It's probably down to 840 something right now. If I get this credit skip right now, after all this ranting, you gotta gift a sub, man. That's all I'm saying. Get yourself a sub. You ain't gonna see credit skips this easy and this well commentated on any other channel. I'm just saying. So yeah, thanks to everyone who's keeping me, keeping my sub count up. Really appreciate that. You gotta do it. You gotta sub now. Yeah, no, thanks though, guys, for the nice words. And that as well. Thank you, Azure. Little lick. You think you want Spyro 4, but you don't. I like that video title. That's a good one. You think you want Spyro 4, but you don't. Or maybe that's what I'll say at the start of the video. Oh, something like that. Who is Spyro 4, really? What's up, Jason Krieg? Welcome, welcome. And Nasty, thank you for the gift as well, for the Red Spring Fest. Very, very thematically appropriate. What's up, Extinct? Welcome, welcome. So what is this, 123? I can't be ahead of these splits. Senor Penguinos, thank you for the sub. I love saying your name. Yeah, it's probably gonna 123. This is gonna be like a low 123 here. Or will it? Probably will. We'll see. I'm quick here, maybe not. Can we secure the 122? Pray for me. This is actually really tense. And I even split a little early too. On the dot. On the fucking dot. God fucking damn it. 123 flat. Maybe 123.01. I split a little early there, I'll admit. I like that though. 123 flat. Still number 3 run on the leaderboard. Behind Saboom and Chris. Or behind Saboom and me, rather. How do you feel? I feel like a bucket of fried chicken.